DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're well. It is Saturday morning, and I'm getting ready to trim this so-called apple tree. I say so-called because up to now, I think we've had 2 apples in it, and that's about it. They were very good, though. And as some of you might know, every year for the last few years, quite a few years actually, I've been doing what I call a tree vlog. So in the years past, I used to be really high up in the trees. Well, I don't really have any trees anymore to go high up in, except for the pear tree, but I don't do that anymore. I'm gonna just be, on this one I can get by with a step ladder and just simply be careful. Well, often the tree vlog has been big philosophical vlogs. I think the first tree vlog was about the 4 loves, talking about a C.S. Lewis book. And I was thinking, like, this year, I don't know. I mean, we went to a funeral this week, and I wrote and read a eulogy, and it was basically, in a large part, about what I would almost call humble presence, because the person that I spoke about was a lady who was exactly that. She was a person who showed a lot of humility and was definitely not the person that was going to be go and place herself in front, but she was such an important person in all the activities that we had to do with her. Now, one of her characteristics was that she was very good at telling stories, tales. So a storyteller. So when we would have different outings, she would often tell a story, and one of her specialties was a story called Stone Soup, or maybe, I'm sorry, I just see somebody passing and was looking. Okay, and Stone Soup was basically a story that it was very simple, but was one of partaking and sharing with what you had. It was a person that came and asked for, something to eat, and basically, so who is that over there? They are actually looking over here. Doesn't seem that it's going to be relative to me. No, okay. The person must have been standing up on a bench or something. Sorry, interrupting myself. So the thing is that the stone soup, there was a pot of water, boiling water, and the person had a stone. And they said, well, what type of soup can you do with a stone? And he says, the stone brings something to the soup, but actually everybody has to bring a little bit more to it. So some brought some carrots, some brought some leeks, some brought some onions, some brought maybe a little bit of meat, and so on. And finally, there was this beautiful soup made from nothing. Well, no, made from what everyone brought and shared. Well, in my eulogy, I mentioned how she would often bring this story, but actually that she was not only the stone, which basically was the reason that everybody brought something, but she was also the broth and the aroma of the soup. The broth that held everything together, and the aroma that made it everybody wanted to come back. And so that was, a large part of the eulogy was built around that. So, yeah. But I was just thinking about that. There's a lot of stone soup in social media, in YouTube, and the problem is maybe in these days people aren't bringing any quality ingredients to it, and so instead of having a beautiful soup that we all enjoyed, we're having often something that we just don't kind of like anymore with time. Continual negativity, continual complaining, continual attacks on people, and so on. So there's a lot of that now. So, that's the whole thing, I guess, with what we could almost call a stone soup, is that it can be a very positive thing if the ingredients are brought with love and with the hope that the combination of the ingredients will be, better than the whole. So, the parts, how was the expression? The parts will be better than the whole. Something like that. No, the whole will be better than the parts. Whatever. I gotta kind of get through this vlog because I gotta get to work as well. That's the other thing about these tree vlogs, is that here I am vlogging, but nobody's doing the work. Complaining, you see? Yeah. So that was it. And when I was finished doing this eulogy, and I thought, like, later on in the week, I thought, I probably on Saturday I'll be able to trim this tree. I thought, like, well, there's subject matter there. There's something to think of. I think that every week I tend to do not many. I tend to do a few vlogs and a couple tags, and very often, when possible, I like to add extra substance to the questions in the tags. My little part of this stone soup sharing, maybe? I don't know. Things have changed over the years, as you know. I mean, we're all getting older, and getting older means also there's a lot of less people, finally, that we used to know over here on YouTube. So the community is getting smaller, and to be frank, it's not growing all that much as far as our subs go. So we're not getting to communicate that much more with people as we used to. What was it, 15, goodness sakes, something like 17, 18 years ago now, isn't it? YouTube. It might be. Yeah, something like that. And in the beginning, everybody was trying to get to know somebody else, and that's not really the case anymore. I mean, like, none of the people that I sub to, or myself included, are what you would call influencers. Far from it. Far from it. So finally, I mean, the whole thing is that we just kind of like get together and consume. And I guess that's the whole thing. Consuming without sharing doesn't always bring all that much, does it? So is that my tree vlog for this year? I think it is, the ones say, be kind with each other. That might be the message, because it certainly doesn't hurt, and not being kind does hurt. So yeah, and it hurts yourself as much as it hurts the others. It does. So okay, that's my little tree vlog. Is it a rant? No, it isn't. It's an encouragement. Okay, so that'll be it. Take care, everybody. DC signing off, and have a good Saturday. Bye. DC here, back again. I thought I'd just come back quickly and show, well, once it's all cut, it's in there, and there you are. So yeah, pretty good, pretty happy. And now let's see. Yeah, it's too early for a beer. I'll go for a coffee. I'll be DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.